All right. All right. It says we're live. Happy 111, YouTube friends. It's your girl, Lisbeth. And today I received a message, a channeled message when I was taking a shower today about what would be most useful to share with you today. So thanks for tuning in, whether you're live or watching the replay. I appreciate you. And I was thinking I used to have I've done 2 podcasts in the past, and I have no interest in doing a podcast. I've been there, done that, and I enjoyed it. And I thought, doing YouTube lives is kind of similar to doing a podcast. However, there's no editing. It's just free flow. I'm not interviewing other people. So anyway, thank you for being here. It takes courage to show up on these things. And so I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you listening and sharing. If you're live, please let me know if you want a personalized reading. I'd be happy to do that for you. And so I received a message to share this very simple 1-minute manifestation ritual to help you manifest. It's the simple things that are usually the most transformative and profound. And we just have to release these false premises, as Abraham Hicks calls them, so that we may allow these things to be easy for us. And manifestations really began as feelings, right? And I believe this to be true, when you are feeling off, when you are feeling out of place, when you're feeling put off, when you're feeling dissatisfied or confused, there can only be one reason when we feel that feeling is because we're not allowing ourselves to be who we came to be. We're just not tuned into that. And so when we can acknowledge that, and then we can discern, well, how is it that I'd like to feel and what is it that I would like to be different in my life, then that's when things really start to transform and shift in our lives. And the bottom line is this: if you want to have an amazing life, you have to become radically responsible for your life and the way that you show up. And learning about manifestation is nothing other than becoming aware of your perception of your reality, because everything is energy, everything is a frequency. And so your experience of life is your interpretation of vibration, frequency, energy. And it sounds woo and weird, and it is. And it's kind of like butting your head up against the wall when you inherently know this in your DNA and your cells and the atoms and the spaces between the atoms. You know this because you came wired this way. This is how source created you to know this and to practice this. And so when everything around us is telling us that this doesn't exist, this isn't actually true, then it's this huge dichotomy and it's overwhelming. And so I just want to hey Mary, thanks for joining. I'd love to offer you a reading if that resonates with you. And so that is the work that we're here to do, right? Is to remember who we are. Perfect. Is to remember who we are. And my interpretation is you aren't separate from anything, especially you are not separate from all that is God, source, the universe. Whatever label you want to use is sort of irrelevant, right? It's just owning that and like discovering, what does that mean for you? So the message, or this 1-minute ritual that came to me in the shower today, are 3 simple statements. And of course, I would always encourage you to do whatever resonates with you. And how do you even know if something is resonant? Well, it feels easy. It feels aligned. It feels comfortable, like, oh, I remember this. Again, because all we're doing on this path is we're remembering who we are, which is, again, eternal, divine, whole, epic AF, divine, orgasmic, cosmic, all the things, whatever words that you would use. That's who we are. And so we're just literally remembering that. So take what resonates and please, for the love of all that's holy, leave the rest, right? So the reason that the morning is so powerful is because the moment that you become conscious, the moment that you become aware that you are awake, you are literally you have an open field, you have a blank canvas. If you so choose to tap into what you want to consciously, deliberately create with the universe. And since what's up? Lydia's in the house. Let me know if you want a reading too, Lydia. Um, what happens is because the mind is such an incredible tool, you think no less than thousands and thousands of thoughts a day. And because of the way that we are wired, 80% of the thoughts you think today are the exact same ones you thought yesterday. And also, furthermore, 80% of those thoughts tend to be negative in nature. So literally you have to become radically responsible for what you desire, number one. And number two, you have to catch yourself. You have to allow yourself the opportunity to think a new thought, to lay down a new habit, to lay down a new pathway. And the beauty of the mind is we have something called neuroplasticity. Okay, so you can think of your mind as a super highway of connections. You know, you have, I'm sure you've heard the saying, neurons that fire together, wire together. And this is so true. And so the beauty is just because you have a practice vibration, a practice thought of whatever it is for you, you know, nothing ever works out for me. I never win anything. I'm always the victim, always be broke, whatever it is, blah, 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 right? You literally have a track in your mind that's familiar. And we know as humans, the mind will prefer what's familiar, even if we want something different. So we have to be conscious. We have to choose it, right? So because you have neuroplasticity, what that means is if you start deliberately choosing words that uplift and empower you, and they focus on what you desire in lieu of what hasn't been working for you, you literally create the neural pathway in your mind for the roller coaster to start going down a new track, which is one of the reasons I love teaching yoga nidra and providing yoga nidras, because when you practice yoga nidras, you're literally changing your neural pathways, and you're basically sleeping while you're listening to these statements. Anyway, isn't this is good news though, because you get to decide. It's not, nobody else can tell you what your thoughts are. So it takes practice, right? Because again, the way the mind is wired is to be negative, and it's to think the same thoughts yesterday. So when you awaken in the morning, before your feet hit the floor, you could practice these three statements. If they align with you, if they don't, that's cool. Pick something else. It's just that your point of attraction, which means the things that you're attracting, you're always emitting the signal, except when you're asleep. So you have a brand new chance. You have a brand new start the moment you become aware that you're awake. And usually for most people, that's in the morning, unless you work the night shift and whatever. You get the point. So you can say these three statements, and I'll explain sort of the why. You can start with, it's okay. It's okay. The first thing, you wake up and you're like, oh, okay, I'm awake. And you can just say, it's okay. And if you have something that's vexing you or causing you worry, or you're attached to something, you could say something like, it's okay that I can't see the whole staircase. Whatever it is, right? It's okay that I don't know. I'm not certain of the next step. It's okay that I feel uncertain. It's okay that I feel, Abraham calls it, in the wobble. It's okay that I don't feel certain or sure or confident, like, because you're honoring what's coming up for you. And that's part of the 3D human experience. So that's the first statement. And it sort of just gives you this infinite space to be okay with what is, which is very important to always acknowledge, right? So you say that. And then the next statement that you can say is, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if I could take the next step, even though I'm not totally certain. It just it opens up the access to your imagination and possibility when you allow yourself to be curious and open. Okay, so the first one is it's okay. And then just instantly allow whatever's bothering you to come up to the surface and just say it out loud. It's okay that I'm not sure. It's okay that I don't know the all the steps. Nobody does, just for the record. And then the second statement is, wouldn't it be nice? Maybe you could say, wouldn't it be nice if I felt more self-assured? Wouldn't it be nice if I felt more energized? Wouldn't it be nice if I knew exactly what to say? Whatever it is, just allow it to be easy. And then the third statement that I just love is you could say something like, we'll start with the word I and then say, I love, and then fill in the blank. I love being able to have a clean, dry bed to sleep in. I love that today I'm going to be wondered and delighted. You can use whatever word you want after the word I. You could say, I appreciate when I I trust myself. I appreciate when I have signs that I'm supported. I'm or you could say, I'm curious about what magic will unfold for me today. So the reason that these three things are so powerful is because you're a human and an energetic being having a human physical, what we would call 3D experience. Like you're experiencing the world through your body and your environment. You're also a huge part of you is something that you cannot see. It's non-physical. It's your energetic being, it's your spiritual nature, it's your divine eternal nature. And again, nobody teaches you how to like understand this stuff. So that's why maybe when you first hear about it, you're like, what are you talking about? So anyway, and if you allow yourself to go there, you will start to discern, you will start to receive things that that will be shown to you in a medium, or another way of saying, in a way that you will understand. It might be this broadcast. It might be you're at the store and you walk by this aisle and you see this magazine and you're like, you're just drawn to it. You can't explain why, you just are. And so it's giving you information that you need for your specific soul's evolution in a way that makes sense to you. Maybe it's a certain mineral, maybe it's a certain vitamin or supplement, or maybe it's a certain type of lavender bubble bath. I don't know. You get the point. Like when you are open, everything is just shown to you and it's so much easier. So when you say the first statement, it's okay. It allows you to identify what's up for you because um, whenever you are denying what is manifesting in the way that you feel, it doesn't go away. Like PSA, it doesn't go away. It just festers. Like if you've ever had when you were like a teenager and you had a pimple, right? And you like picked at it or whatever, like if you irritate it, or the opposite, you just sort of like you don't pay attention that you have this big bump on your face. Well, it's coming up for a reason. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep, you're so stressed out, you're not washing your face, whatever it is, it's coming up for you to look at it. So if we just say, you know what? It's okay that I feel confused. Like we need to honor the way we feel because we feel that way because we need to look at what is the root of that feeling, especially if it's one that we would rather brush under the rug or deny that exists, right? It's giving yourself permission. Number two, when you say things like, wouldn't it be nice? You are instantly tapping into your imagination. And the thing about manifestation is, and energy and frequency in general is, um, none of this has to do with the mental or cognitive functions or abilities that we have. Manifestation is easy when it's coming from the infinite, when it's coming from your curiosity, not your analytical, mental, thinking mind. That is not where manifestation comes from. And again, manifestation is not something we get or we achieve again because everything is energy. All we're doing is attuning to the frequency of the vibration of the thing that we want. So let's say we want joy, and right now we're in total disgust, right? As Abraham would say, on the emotional scale, disgust is way down here, low energy, and joy is way up here. You don't go from disgust to joy just by saying affirming a statement or thinking a thought. It takes practice, and it takes the decision that you want to have a different frequency, and it takes acknowledging, first of all, that you're in disgust, right? Like, you have to own it, and like, celebrate that shit, because it's here for a reason. So then, as you process and you're like allowing yourself love and compassion and peace to feel in disgust, then it just becomes easier to move up the emotional scale. Like, what's a higher feeling thought than disgust, right? Well, maybe it's frustration or whatever. So when you can tap into your imagination, it's as simple as that. You ask a question that evokes your imagination, which, as far as I'm concerned, and being an adult for 50 years and working with adults, thousands and thousands of adults, in my work as a nurse and as a coach, we're so addicted. We're so addicted to what's not working and trying to figure things out up here, when actually it's always through here, which is tied into our imagination and the playful nature, right? So just asking yourself or saying, wouldn't it be nice? Like, you're giving yourself the playful nature, right? And then the third thing is, obviously, gratitude is the gravy train to co-creation, to more things to be grateful for. I like the word appreciation more than gratitude. To me, appreciation is more aligning with this jubilant energy of like, this is just like ecstatic joy. I'm just so joyful in this moment because I am, not because I have this thing or I have that thing. I just am allowing myself to be joy. It's a vibration, and it doesn't come from anywhere outside of me. And the same for you. It is an inner state of being, it's an inner state of knowing. And when we can have this juxtaposition and allow ourselves to be both disgusted and joyful, it's amazing. Brene Brown, in her book Atlas of the Heart, identifies it's over the number 200. We have the capacity within our being to experience over 200 different emotions. And guess what? Humans report only experiencing about 4 of them. Well, we would never be given the ability to experience something, so that we don't have that experience, right? So, and I can tell you from personal experience, it's easy to want to run and hide from disgust and confusion and misery and loneliness and all the things that we think are negative. They're here to allow us a richer experience of our full expansiveness, which means it's all spectrums of the emotional scale. Of course, it feels better to be high vibe and joyous and grateful and appreciative. And being a human in the 3D realm means there are going to be times when you feel the exact opposite. And I'm here to tell you, it's brilliant. It's okay, because that is where the magic is, right? And the more that you can lean towards and closer to those emotions, the greater your experience will become, the richer you will feel, the more joy you will know. It's literally like, the analogy I like to use is, if you're just dabbling with your toe in the water and you're just like, I'm just gonna dip my toe in the water. And the analogy is, the depth of your faith is synonymous with what the universe will supply. Like, every single human is guaranteed infinite supply. Period. Hard stop. It's just that we're addicted to the lies and this idea that we are limited and that we are not one with source, that we are not extensions of God, whatever you want to use, the label. Those are just a bunch of lies. So it's like, it's totally up to us. We have a choice. And so when you can lean into all that is, you will be rewarded in so many ways and spades and all that, and a bag of chips. So I want to invite you. If you're feeling the suck right now, celebrate the suck, baby, because everything, Abraham calls it the opposite end of the stick, right? The thing that you are not wanting on the other end of it is something that you want. So acknowledge what sucks. And then, with those statements, wouldn't it be nice if you're feeling disgusted, wouldn't it be nice if I felt hopeful? Wouldn't it be nice if I felt peace, right? So just allow yourself permission to go there because it's rich. It is rich. It is rich. Oh, hey, Don. Okay, Lydia wants a reading. Don, do you want a reading too? Okay. Okay, I just dropped all my cards. Okay, we're going to start with Mary first, and we're going to do the Divine Downloads deck. That is hilarious. To me, that just means opulence and abundance. Okay, so of course, Mary, I got the energy card. Here is the affirmation. I focus my attention on experiences and people who uplift my energy. Oh God. Okay, good, done. So this is my wisdom bits. You are the average of the 5 people you hang out with most. Well, obviously I stole that from Jim Rohn. I didn't steal it. That's who said this. It's true, right? And so the question is, how does your circle of influence support you? That is for you, Miss Mary. Let me just lean down and pick up all the cards that I dropped. Oh, Lord have mercy. See, you just got to go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? So this is how we roll. So I trust that resonates with you, Miss Mary. And while I am picking up the magic, I will also just do a little plug for. Okay, perfect. Okay, I will just do a quick plug. The beautiful cards that I created, the Divine AF deck. These beautiful cards, I learned how to do, and I used the beautiful illustrations of my dear friend Daniela. And so we're collaborating on her course, the card deck creation course. So if you are in a position where you have magic to share that has helped you transform or transcend or be more of your awesome self, and you want to create something once that's like super fun and creative and passionate, and then allow the world to have access to it, because you can only be in one place at one time, then let me know in the comments and I will share the link with you to her course. We're going to be doing live coaching with the students twice a week for an entire month to literally hold your hand so you can go from like conception idea to execution. Anyway, it obviously is close to my heart because I love the power of words because they're transformational, right? They help you shift your energy. They help you tune into your greatness. Okay, Mary. So now let's get, this is what the cover looks like. The Divine AF cards. I love this woman, right? She's just sitting back and allowing, like, okay, what wants to come in for me? Okay, so this is for you, Miss Mary. We're doing 2 cards for each person. Did y'all have a great Earth Day? I didn't have an opportunity to post. Okay, Miss Mary, you ready? Trust the process. I love that I started this or spoke about the open canvas. Every morning when we wake up, we literally have an open canvas. Yeah, those 5 people. Okay, I'm getting hot up in here. Okay. Okay, so Mary, this is great. I love this. Perfect again. Okay, the world is your oyster. Your higher self holds the blueprint, which is your intention of your desires. Can you commit to your intention and courageously take the first step and have faith that source will show you the way? You cannot make this stuff up. Things always work out in divine timing. Oh, and the angel choir is singing hallelujah, and the sun just peeped out her head. Oh, I love it. Oh my God. So, so good. So good. I'm a huge metaphor nerd, and if y'all didn't know this, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind actually do not speak the same language, which is why you're so welcome. All right, we're gonna do Lydia and then we're gonna do Dawn. So y'all stick around if you don't mind. This is why vision boards are so powerful. Lydia, I know you know this. So we're actually feeding, right, our conscious mind and our subconscious mind every single day. And here's another crazy thing about the subconscious. Your subconscious mind can literally pick up in the millions. Like in a matter of a few seconds, your subconscious mind picks up millions of things. And your conscious mind can only pick up like a teeny tiny minuscule amount of the things that your subconscious mind picks up on. So, needless to say, you need to be very conscientious of what you're putting in front of your face, especially your eyes, especially your energetic field, right? You talk about the 5 people, you talk about, well, what are you looking at on social media? What are you reading? What are you taking in with your senses? Because your subconscious is picking it up. So, just saying. What's up, Clara? Okay. So, the reason why vision boards are so powerful and things like these gorgeous images are your subconscious speaks in metaphors, right? Because metaphors help give you a visual for something, right? And your subconscious speaks in images, which is why symbols, this is why in Yoga Nidra, when we do visualizations, why people feel so transformed by them, because they're accessing your subconscious. Whoo! So, take a look at your space. Like, what is in your space? Like, I have all these gorgeous plants and Buddhas and flowers and hearts, and because I know that my subconscious is also picking up what's in the field. And so, I mean, why wouldn't I want to have beautiful things being picked up, right? Okay, we're going to start with the divine downloads for you, Miss Lydia. Okay, this is for Miss Lydia, and then we'll do Dawn and anybody else who wants one. Of course, Lydia. We got the signs card. Ooh, of course, of course, of course. Okay, here we go. I see daily evidence that I am supported on my journey. Right, Lydia? Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the message. Source communicates with you through signs. Signs can come in many forms: spirit animal, a word, a memory, a dream, an idea, a vision, a sound, a person, feathers, or numbers. You can think of signs as winks from your angels above. Here's the question. What signs are showing up in your life right now? And how are they supporting you? Perfect. Okay. Let me see. So I know you would love that. You can't make this stuff up, right? Okay. Okay, so now from the Divine AF deck, this beautiful, well, they're both beautiful. I like the combination. This is sort of a, I like using both of these decks. Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, here we are. Stop hiding. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. All I can see is the laughing emoji. You can try to hide from your non-physical nature, but doing that is like trying to breathe without oxygen. Just saying. Where is spirit calling you to come out of the spiritual closet in your life? And can you take a baby step in that direction? Stop hiding. I love how she's literally hiding her face behind the beautiful plant. Oh my God. Can't make this stuff up. Okay, Don, are you still with us, my friend? Okay. This is for Don. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad, Lydia. Okay. This is for Don. I love that we have, some masculine energy up in here. Thanks, Mary and Dawn. Thanks, Lydia. Okay. Oh, Dawn, we got the resistance. Okay. This is one of my favorites. I witness my fear to change one compassionate breath at a time. So here's the wisdom that I know to be true. Resistance is a common reaction when stepping up in a bigger way than you have before. What you resist persists, as we were saying earlier. Often, here's the clinger, often the bigger the transformation, the bigger the resistance. So the question is, what are you resisting? And how can you honor yourself as you work through it? Love, love, love. Love that card. I hope that resonates, Dawn. And now we will get a little wisdom from the Divine AF deck as well. And also, it seems like there's also a theme between the two card decks, which is also super fun. Okay, awesome. This one wants to come out and play. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so now the surrender card. How cool. Resistance, surrender. I just love this visual. Speaking of visuals. I bow to my inner wisdom and surrender anything that no longer serves my highest good. I give thanks, and so it is. So here's the question. Can you entertain the path of least resistance just for today, even just for this moment? What feels best to you right now? And can you pull that closer? So fascinating. The resistance and the surrender card. Like, love it. So that is what I have for you all today. I hope that this resonates. I hope that this provides you some inspiration. So just to recap, you're so welcome. Thank you both. Thank you all. And thank you also, Lydia and Dawn and Mary, for showing up. It's so much fun when people are live. So I appreciate you. And just to recap, when you become aware that you're awake first thing in the morning, you can state 3 statements to help you really anchor in and set the energetic intention for a lovely experience. The first one is, it's okay, fill in the blank, whatever it is. The second one is, wouldn't it be nice? And the third one is, I love, I appreciate, I expect miracles. That might be a stretch for some people. Do whatever resonates, and have a lovely week. And remember, you are epic. You are divine AF. You are eternal as the day is long. And the sooner you can start to play with the duality, the feelings that you feel that maybe you're like so over, and just give them some grace and space. And when you do, the miracles will start to manifest in your life. Okay. You're so welcome. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks.